Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. So for today's video, as you can see, I did a Halloween inspired makeup look, I guess you can call it. I came across this picture on Instagram by Eric Keynes, and this picture right here is what inspired me to do this look. I really liked how it kind of looks like the skin is coming through, like you get me, like the beauty, the skin's coming through. And so that's what I tried to kind of mimic in this look. The only thing I wish I did different was bring it down to my neck at least, so it doesn't look like unproportionate. But I love how this look came out. I did a very warm, like smoky neutral eye, I guess, and of course you can't forget that highlight. I always had to incorporate my highlight. But another thing I did wish that I did differently was I wish I had some jelly or some makeup lube just to make it a lot more shinier. But I don't know what to call this look. Honestly, I look like ham. But I really enjoyed doing this, and I'm kind of excited. I want to do some more. So if you guys want to know how to create this look, just keep on watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys in like a millisecond. Bye. Alright, so first thing I did was do my brows off of camera, and then I did prime my eyelids with the Shape Tape concealer and some powder just to set the concealer in place. And then I took my Modern Renaissance palette and I took burnt orange and a fluffy brush, and I just ran that through my crease. And this is going to be my transition color, so it's going to be a lot easier to blend in all the eyeshadows. Then I took Chrome Yellow by MAC on a fluffier brush, and as well ran that into my crease and just went back and forth with burnt orange and Chrome Yellow. And then I took Real Gar and I placed that in my crease, and this gave it a really warm look. And then again, just blending out the edges because you always got to blend. And then after that, I'm going to take Venetian Red on a flat shader brush, and I'm just placing this on all over my lid, and then I'm going to go in with another brush just to blend out those edges, make sure they're really blended into that that Real Gar that I placed before. And then I added some more of the Venetian Red, just, you know, so it stands out a little bit more because I lost some of it while blending. And again, you want to blend the edges. And then I'm going to take Goldmine by MAC, and I'm going to place that in my inner corner. I didn't want anything too flashy. This was perfect. I love this color. And then I took Tempera and I placed that on my brow bone because I didn't want too much, you know, shimmer. And then did curl my lashes, and I'm using the Better Than Sex mascara to prep them for falsies. And for the falsies, I'm using these lashes right here by Lash Pop. I don't remember the name. I'll put it down below, but this brand is amazing. The packaging is cute. The lashes are fluffy and light. Definitely check them out, you guys. They're great. And then I'm taking my Tape Shape concealer again, and I'm going to conceal my darkness under my eyes. I'm not going to put it all over my face because we're going to make the rest of our face look like dead. And then I am what is it called? Setting. There you go. I'm setting the concealer, and then I went in with the same colors under my lash line. So I went in with Chrome Yellow, and then this is Real Gar, I'm sorry. I'm just, blending that in. And then I took, what is this called? Cypress Umber on a slanted brush, and I packed that in the outer corner, and then went in with a little bit of Real Gar and blended that out, really buffed it out and made it look really smoky, and I loved it. Okay, and then right here what I'm doing is I'm outlining where I want kind of like, I guess you can say, my flesh, like the burnt flesh or like raw flesh to be. So everything that is in the circle is what is going to be beauty. So I'm taking my Fenty Beauty, which I love, and I am just going to put that in the area, my mouth area and my nose area, and really just, you know, just put it on my skin as if I was doing my whole face. And then of course I'm going to set it with my MAC Studio Fix powder. I love this stuff. It's really nice. So I'm just setting that. Okay, and then for the 3D gel, what you have to do is you have to warm it up in some warm water first, like put the whole bottle in, and then it's going to get liquidy like this. So what I messed up is you need to wait a while so it gets a little bit tackier and it's not as liquidy. So when I do this, you know, it comes out a lot better looking. But anyways, I just took a tongue depressor and I'm just pressing that onto my skin, as you're seeing, and it's gonna create like these jaggedy weird texture, which is what we want, what I wanted at least. And then I'm gonna go in with the tip of the tongue depressor and then just really like kind of carve out some holes, as you just saw me do. So yeah, definitely recommend to wait a while until it gets a little tacky. And these are the holes that I mean. And honestly, I just made these like in random places. So when the tackier it gets, it makes those little like kind of balls of flesh, I guess you can call it. And so I'm just gonna do that all over my face and then make some holes. And yeah. Okay, and here what I'm doing is I tried to push up some of that gel onto the edges of the circles, like where I outlined it, because I wanted it to look as if what was coming through was the beauty makeup. So like the top layer should have been, you know, like the dead skin, and I wanted the beauty makeup to kind of come through. So that's what I was doing, just pushing it up against the outline that I made. And again, I'm making more circles, and I'm really just dabbing this tongue depressor all over my face and lifting up that gel. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm setting it with some Ben Nye powder. You can use any powder that you have. I found it easier to use a sponge like this and really like pack it on with powder. So you're gonna end up looking super white, which is totally fine. And then, you know, you're gonna have some fallout, but I'm gonna wipe it off with this brush right here as I'm doing, just kind of dust off the extra powder that you really don't need. And then I went in with my nails and I created more holes just because I felt like I didn't have enough and I wanted it to look more like decaying and as my skin is falling off. So I just really just picked at it and just made random holes all over my face. Alright, and then to take away some of that whiteness, I'm going to take my Smashbox primer water and just spritz it all over my face just to bring back like the flesh color to it. And I'm going to take my 99% alcohol and put it in a little cup just because I'm going to need this for my palette when I'm going to color in my flesh, because it is alcohol activated. And this is my Skin Illustrator Flesh palette, and I'm going to be taking this color right here, and it is Rose Adjuster. I'm going to dip my brush in some alcohol then in there, and then I'm going to spritz this all over my face just so it looks more like flesh, you know, instead of clear jelly on my face. So yes, I'm just going to do that everywhere where the 3D jelly is. And then I'm going to use my Skin Illustrator Death palette. Shout out to Mike Spatola for making this palette. And I'm going to use Aged Blood right here. And I'm just going to use a smaller brush, as you can see. And then just put this like in the holes that I made on my face. And it's really just going to deepen out the look and give it more dimension to the face, just so it doesn't look like it's all like one dimensional. It's gonna make it look like they're actually like real wounds and cuts on my face. And then I'm just gonna go in with some more Rose Adjuster and add it in some places just so it's not like all one layer of red, you know, you get me? So yeah, and then I'm just gonna go in again, make a hole apparently, and just add some more of that Aged Blood. And then from the same palette, I'm going to take Pastel Yellow, and on a smaller brush, I'm going to pick that up and put that around the edges. Any jelly that looks bumpy or lifted, I'm going to place it there, and this is going to basically be a highlight. So it's, like I said, it's going to give it more dimension. still with the same palette, I'm going to be taking Blood Tone with a brush and really just like rubbing it in there because I want the brush to be like basically messed up, so it gives me different like dots and it gives it more texture to the face. And I'm really just going to place that everywhere. And then I'm going to mix a little bit of Lividity with that Blood Tone just to make it a deeper red color. And again, it's just going to add more dimension. I'm going to place that, you know, randomly in places. I would suggest to add it more like in the holes, in like the area that you want to look deeper. But in this case, I just kind of added it wherever. Alright, so adding a little bit of black into that mixture. So now I'm using Lividity, black, and Blood Tone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drench my brush with alcohol. And this is going to make the color a lot more runnier. So it's going to run down my face, but it's going to sit in the areas where the jelly is lifted. It's not going to really give a lot of pigment off in some places, but wherever it like kind of stays, it will, if that makes any sense at all. This actually makes a big difference to this whole look. But as you can see, I'm just really pressing the brush up against my skin and letting it just like kind of run down my face. And then I'm going to take these two colors right here, which is Age Blood and Black, and I'm just going to add this into the holes that I made on the edges just so it looks like it's deeper. Honestly, you probably don't need to do this, but I'm just extra AF and decided to do that. And then if I ever add like too much color in one area and it looks blotchy, I just tap it out with my finger. Since it is alcohol, it's going to come off, but it's still going to give off some of the pigment. So I did get some rose adjuster under my eye, and I'm just going to cover that up with some of my concealer. And of course you want to set it because you don't want your eyes creasing, and then just wipe it off with a brush. And then I'm going to go in with the MAC lip liner in Chestnut, and I'm just going to line my lips. And then I'm going to fill them in with also a MAC lipstick in the color Antique Velvet, and it's just like a very deep brown red color, which I love. And then just to add onto the effect, I'm going to add some Avion water and just spritz my face so it looks like freshly skin, you know. And then of course I'm going to still contour my nose and underneath my lip just to make it look a little bit more powderier. And of course when you contour you need to add highlight, so I'm going to take my MAC highlight and I'm going to place that on my nose and on my Cupid's bow and just really highlight my whole whatever I can highlight. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.